How much more does that mean to you, and why was now the right feel like all the stars aligned for this to happen?
Well, I mean, so far I don't know it any other way, so it just means it means the world to have been able to direct at this time in my life when I felt really ready, having learnt so much for 33 years in front of the camera, but also to be able to make that step, not just for the sake of my son and making sure that he was able to remain part of something that he had created, but also as somebody who spent so much of my life advocating for other women in film. I really got to a point where I thought I just need to do it, because if I'm doing all of this in support of other women, if I'm not actually doing it myself, then how much am I ever really trying to change the culture around female filmmakers? And so to have made a contribution, even if I never get to do it again, I just feel so proud to have done it now. Like it's just been amazing.
To get change, you need to be the change, and that's what you were.
Well, that's exactly it.
So much.
It's a big family, June.
My gorgeous daughters.
So lovely they can all be here for you.
Thank goodness you're here. Be quite in mascara. Make me look presentable. I've never died before. I want to look nice when it happens.
Now, you got Helen Mirren to come on board for this film, and she broke one of her own acting rules, which was she would never play someone with cancer.
Yeah.
How did you convince her to break that rule?
Well, it's so funny because people keep saying to me, how did you convince her? I didn't even try and convince her, because Helen Mirren's Helen Mirren. She's going to decide and she's going to make her own choices like she always has done. But I told her the story. I said that it had been written by my son and that I was going to direct it. And she did say, look, I need to tell you these two rules that I have. And I said, okay, I completely respect that, that's absolutely fine. I don't need to send you the script, and thank you so much for talking to me. And she said, no, I do want you to send it, because it sounds wonderful. Well, it's his writing that ultimately pulled her in, and I think at that point, everyone else had been cast. And so the fact that I knew I was going to Helen with all these wonderful people to surround her, and they're all good people, not just brilliant actors. And so I think I felt confident that I was sort of showing her a possible work environment that would be really wonderful, and I know that was also a contributing factor for her.
It was your son's words that convinced her, and I love that so much. You now have two kids in the business, and they're both successful. How does it feel to have them both in this and making kind of their own paths and doing their own things and being so successful in this business that you've known so well?
Well, I think, when people have often said to me, does it make you nervous that your children are going into this industry? And actually, it doesn't, because I know that they're talented, and also I know that they believe in themselves. And so actually, walking their own paths is something that, yes, matters to them, but also isn't hard for them to do because they love it so much. And I think that if they didn't have that self-belief, it might be more mentally challenging for them, but they love it, they really love it, and they're already learning so much, and they are working with wonderful people, and that means a lot.
Lastly, this is such an exciting time for you because you've also got Avatar coming out with your incredible friend James Cameron, but also at the same time, your buddy Leo's got one battle after another happening. So you're kind of all in this. This is just a very exciting time for movies coming out and cinema in general and everything. So how exciting are you for your pals, for their films, James and Leo and all of them?
I mean, I'm always thrilled when people I love do well and feel fulfilled, and I think that's the most